Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought we'd do a little bit of recycling. So I know lots of you have Amazon packaging. So all this lovely packaging that comes with your orders, I'm going to start using because I have quite a lot of it and it's just sort of everywhere. So I need to start using it up now. So what I thought I would do, I'm going to make some basics for our journals or whatever you're making, and I thought I'd make some little tags. I've got some little round ones here with a little bit of eyelet in there, which I love, and they're quite hard. I've got some little bits here which I've sewn around. These are just basics that you can have in your stash, and I think they are brilliant. And these are another one. So I've got two different types of packaging here, but I'm quite liking this one. This one came with my latest one. It's a little bit nicer. So if you wanted to ink on it or anything, I think this would be a bit more sort of like porous, I think, and I think it would probably smudge a little bit because it's a bit different packaging, but this one seems quite nice. It's a lot sort of like softer, so that's a nice one. So I've just made some tags. I've sewn around them to get them ready. I've made some little booklets here which are very, very simple. I've just cut out the pages and stapled it in the middle. So I've got a couple of those. I'm not going to show you how to make those because they're really simple. I think you probably know how to do that. And this one, I'm just going to show you how I have just collaged the front. I put one of these lovely, this is the ephemera from Typology, and I've just used that to reinforce the spine, and I think it looks nice going around the back of the book. And then I've just done like a little collage on the front. So that's really, really nice to pop into a journal. So they are really handy, and the packaging you'd probably just sort of like throw away as well. A lot of you do. So, and then I've made some of these little like closures where you put the little brad or the eyelet through for closures. So they are really simple, and I'm always using these. So making up more of these is really, really good. So I'm going to just show you how simple it is, so you can have all sorts of different tags, shapes. So I've got some pieces here. Now you can keep it like this and just keep this in your stash as well, which I've just glued pieces together. So I'm just going to show you how simple it is. So we've got a nice piece here. Now this is going to be probably a little bit noisy, but this is the packaging. Now this packaging that came is perforated, so it just comes off in little strips like this, which I am absolutely loving. So you just pull it off in little strips without ripping it. Look at that, isn't that lovely? So we'll just take a piece like this. I'm going to fold this in half. Because it's quite thin, you can't really use it just sort of like as it is. You need to sort of like layer it up just a bit to give it a bit of support. So what I'm doing, I'm folding it in half. I'm getting my glue stick, and I'm just going to glue down here. Now let me just make sure I'm in the right place. There we go. Let's just pop a little bit of glue on here. Out of the way, fold this over like that, take a little something to squidge it down, make it nice and flat like that, get all the little air bubbles out, and then I'm going to just fold this in half again like that. And then we have a really usable piece of paper. So it's nice and thick. Let's pop that over again, squash that down, and then that is ready. I'd let that dry just a little bit because the glue stick just makes sure it sort of like sticks down properly. But that's it. That's how simple it is, which is lovely. So I'm just going to do another one because I want a few of these, and I'm just loving this paper. So it's good to recycle, and I need to build up my stash because I want to, another one of my, I ordered another nail polish holder for organising, and that arrived today. So I think all these little bits as well will go in there. So I'm going to make some room on my desk and fill that up later. Like this, because I'm just loving them. They're really, really handy. And then everything will be there so I can see what I'm doing. Let's just put a little bit more glue in there. Fold this over. A little bit of glue on there. So if you've got different punches, you can just punch out all sorts of things on here. But I wouldn't make it any thicker than 4 pieces because punches don't really like it. So what I have done, I've cut them out twice. Well, I'll show you anyway. So these are the 2 I've just done, so I'm going to leave those to dry. Now I've got these ones here, so I will show you now. I'm going to take my big punch, 1 3/4 inches. I'm going to just cut out a couple of these. And to make them a little bit thicker, I have just stuck them together, because if I doubled that over my punch, it really doesn't like it at all. Now I'm not going to use glue stick. I'm going to use some tacky glue for this. Make sure it is stuck nicely. Like that. So just stick those 2 together. So again, depending on the thickness, you can add more, depending what you would like to do with them. So that will just stick down like that. So there we go. How simple was that? I'll show you how to put the little top bit on in a minute. But these are so simple to do. So you can make a bunch of those. So this piece, I'm going to make a tag. So let's just cut that off. I could probably get 2 smaller tags out of this. Pop those together. These are a nice thickness for tags. You don't have to sort of glue these together. So I'm just going to chop the corners off like that. So there we go, we've got 2 tags. So love them. I do love them. Now I'm going to take this is the other packaging, and I'm going to take my, this is 3/4 inch. I'm going to take a couple of these on here. Oh, that one's come off. I didn't glue that very well, but that's okay. Fold that in half. Fold this one. Oh look, I didn't glue them at all. I think that's probably because it was on the edge. Not that it really matters actually for this, because this is just the top of the tag. So I need 3 of these. Let's just take that. And then I'm going to just ink around. Just ink around the edge. Like that. And then I'm going to take my glue around it like that, and I'm going to stick that on the top of the tag. If it will go on like that. Okay, and then we can just ink around here. So these just look like little parcel tags now, which are great, aren't they? So that's just like that. And then what I will do, let me just quickly do the other 2. So we'll just ink around the edge of this, on both sides. And this one, like that. Take a little bit of glue, pop that inside, and then that will just stick on the top of your tag. Lovely. Then we just want to ink around the edge. Again, you can sew it, but you don't have to. Just make sure that you've put enough glue on it so it doesn't come apart like my little circles I did. There we go, and let's just pop this. To pop this, obviously the circle one, this doesn't fit like that because you've got the two little ends poking out because it's not round. So what I've done, I've just cut the ends off like that. Just inked it. And then I can just pop some glue inside like that and stick this on. There was a piece that was opened up there, so let's just stick that over the top. Can you see? I think that looks really good. Then just ink around. Well, obviously you don't have to ink around it, but I think these would look lovely as little collage tags hanging off. So now I am going to punch a little hole in these like that. This one on here. I will do these three and that one on there. Just love them. So let's get a couple of eyelets out. Let's get the black ones. Got my little box here. A tiny was black. A white one will do. I can put a white one in there. Let's have a white one in the round one. Like that. Oops, wrong way round. Just clip that. Look at that. I think that looks so good. Here we are. You can see what I'm doing. There we go. One more. And that goes in there. So there we go. We've got another three little tags. I'm loving the little round ones. I think they are great. So they're really easy peasy. Now to do these, again, I have got this card. So I'm going to just cut out two of these. And again, I'm just going to glue them together like this because I want them, you know, pretty sturdy. So we're just going to glue two of them together like that, and then you would make the little hole in it, but you can just leave them. I've made the little holes in these, but you can just have these and round ones. So if you wanted to, let me just see if I got some, I've got some book paper here. Now my punch doesn't like cutting out just one piece, so let's just fold that up. That's better. Then I can just stick that on there like this. Again, put whatever paper on there. That will go on there like that. Stick that down. You can just ink these around the edge. You could even actually pop two little holes in here and make like a little button, couldn't you? Which would look quite nice. Then take your circle punch, your hole punch I mean, and make a little hole in it. And there we go. We have our little closure on there. So you can make lots of these up as well, but I'm going to make them up. I'm just going to make the plain ones because then I can add whatever paper I want to on the top, which I'm loving. So should we make a few more just plain tags? I think just cut this out, just cut the little end bits off and make it nice and tidy. Should we cut a little bit off there so we can make some little thin tags? You can make whatever size tags you like. So there we go, I got 4 tags on here, and then I'm just going to cut these off ready like that. If you've got a template for your tags, you could probably use that, but just cut the corners and you've got lovely tags. Now I will probably sew around some of these because I do like sewing on the machine. I do like sewing on paper in general. I think it's great. But look at these, aren't they just so simple, so good? You probably make them anyway, but there's lots of you that join my channel that are new, so it's nice to sort of like go back to basics, really, just to show you, if you haven't got lots of papers and things to use, you can use all these little bits and pieces that you get with packaging, and start off building up your ephemera like this, which is lovely, which I think sometimes we forget, and you think you should buy all these big tags and all these expensive stuff. Well, you don't really need to. You can get it all from recycled bits and pieces like that. Well, to start with anyway, can't you, to get yourself going. I do like using the Amazon packaging. So there we go, guys, that was just sort of like a quick video just to show you what I am doing today. Just going to be making up lots and lots of these lovely tags, round and square, but again, like I said, if you have different shape punches, you can make up all sorts of little tags and things like that. And don't forget, you can make up the little books as well, which I will be making some more of these to pop in my stash because they are nice. I think, how many pages do I have in there? There's 6, so that will give you 12 pages in here. So I've got 6 pages, and I've made this one ruler. I've just made this one, which is about 3 inches 8 centimeters by 4 inches, which is about 10.5 centimeters. So that's how big I've made those, and they're a perfect size to embellish like this, to pop into your journals as a lovely little extra on there. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will get your Amazon packaging out, or packaging that you have. You can even make it out of cardboard boxes or food packaging and things like that, but seeing I had my Amazon packaging, I thought I would use that. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please take care, stay safe, and I will see you all soon. All right, guys, bye bye.